Afternoon. This video is in regards to the 164 chassis depot headlights regarding some of the strange output that you might be seeing against the low beam cutoff line. So I got my mechanic right here. He's actually confirmed a great tip that to go ahead and flip the bulb upside down. What he's saying is that this rod right here on the glass chamber bulb is the one that's the culprit that's casting the shadow. So what my mechanic is suggesting to do is once you remove the low beam cap, you twist to remove this HID H7 size bulb. You'll see that it's backed by a metal clip, retainer clip right here, this piece right here. So what my mechanic's going to do with a flathead is separate that two piece, or with his hand. Alright, so he separated these two pieces right there. So what he's asking you to do is go ahead and flip the bulb. There's a notch on the bulb. That notch needs to be facing up ultimately when you install the lights, but if it's facing down, it's going to cast a shadow. So what he's saying is that flip the retaining bulb, flip it 180 degrees so that the notch is facing on the opposite side of the retainer clip. It might be the case that you might have some force or impedance from connecting the metal retainer ring, but my mechanic is saying that as long as you kind of bend that out, bend this piece. So I'm going to focus real quick right now. There we go. Bend that piece right there. What it is you're going to be able to have the H7 base seated against the retainer bulb, even though it's flipped upside down. The next part, after you're flipping the bulb upside down, you're going to need to go ahead and cut or trim just a little bit part off of the metal retainer clip. So he's going to show you where you're going to need to trim. So he's going to pop it off one more time. So on the right side, it's a brand new one. On the left side, it's the one that's slightly trimmed. You can see that lip right there he's pointing. He's trimmed down on this side, so I'm going to kind of angle it in a way that you can see better. So you'll see that little clip right there. What he's done is he's trimmed that entire piece off. And then you can see on this side, you don't see that little trim no longer. So he's used actually a plier with a shearing tool, and he's pretty much just sheared that part right off. And then that way, once that metal retainer clip, that piece has been cut off, it should allow clearance plugging back the low beam projector. So that way, once he's seated the bulb back oppositely from the metal retaining clip where it used to be in, he's going to go ahead and plug it back. So ultimately, one more time, you need that notch on the HID bulb facing up. So I think this is the notch right here, the base right here. This is the notch. I'll focus one more time. There you go. So this is the notch on the HID H7 bulb base. This should not be facing down. Instead, it should be facing up when you lock it in. So as long as it's facing up, you won't see a shadow casted. And then my mechanic flipping over the metal retaining bulb allows the notch to be facing up. So you see that notch right there? When he locks it in place, it's going to now be facing up. Perfect. So once he's locked that in, we're going to just do a final boot. Everything's connected. And then we just need to turn the power on, and then you'll see the low beam cutoff line without the line. So perfect. It's going to be just a few moments for it to warm up, but now you can see that the cutoff line is much cleaner than what you had before. So if you can follow these instructions to go ahead and have the notch on the HID H7 bulb facing up by pulling it out from the retaining metal clip to flip it, this should do the trick. Alright, this concludes the video documentation. Thank you so much for your time.